Although the MDR came into force in 2017 and the transition period is ending soon, to date, very few personal lubricant manufacturers have MDR certification. Unfortunately, many manufacturers do not want to be certified or are not really taking the consequences of the MDR seriously. Yet, the impact of not being certified is huge. These products may no longer be introduced into the body, which means they cannot be used during sex or with sex toys. Some manufacturers have already undertaken the lengthy process of gaining MDR certification, however, and already manufacture and sell Class 2B medical devices. Today, we are visiting the pjur Group in Luxembourg, which successfully completed the MDR audit in August 2022. Mr. Giebel, let's be honest, end consumers know their brands and have been buying the same ones for years. Will changing the terminology of an uncertified personal lubricant really have an impact?
So yeah, that's a good question, and that's an important question. But there is a simple answer to that. Every personal lubricant has to be registered and certified by the MDR. That's the new norm. That's the new law in Europe, and we have to follow that. So what does that mean? That means that products which are not following that norm and which are not certified here are no more personal lubricants. They are not allowed to carry the important claims a personal lubricant should have. Like, you can use it with toys, you can use it with condoms, you can use it on a daily basis internally. This is gone. So furthermore, they have to mention on their products for topical use only, and pretty much on the label front. So that means the consumer standing in front of a product like that will be able to immediately see the difference. Furthermore, these products are not allowed to be sold in the category of personal lubricants anymore. They have switched over to categories like cosmetics, wherever you find topical use products only. And in that case, I think it will be obvious.
There are still a lot of personal lubricant manufacturers and retailers that downplay the MDR or don't take it seriously. What are your views on that?
Now, once again, I said it before, the MDR is now a law. It's the norm where companies producing personal lubricants have to follow. The fact is that whenever a product enters your body, like a lubricant, it's a medical device, and medical devices are regulated by the MDR, and lubricants are categorized in Class 2B. Now, obviously, there are a lot of black sheeps in the market. They promise a lot of things on their product, in their marketing, but at the end of the day, they don't follow these promises in their manufacturing. It's a question of responsibility and control. There are good reasons why now around the world, from the US with the FDA requirements to the MDR, European requirements, to the TGA, for example, Australian requirements, and many other countries, that these governments regulate personal lubricants as medical devices, because personal lubricants are the perfect combination to erotic toys, and toys are increasing in this world, like you all know. The other aspect is the demographics. In the industrial countries around the world, the demographics are in the way that the majority of the female populations are in the area of the menopause, with a side effect of vaginal dryness. So lubricants are getting more and more important and popular, and obviously have to be regulated to make sure that they are safe to use. And if you don't follow these requirements, and once again, it's a law, you have done a violation against the law, and that means you're not paying just a little money, you might be ending up in jail. So the key word here is responsibility for the end consumer.
As already been seen in previous articles, a quality management system certified according to ISO 13485 is an essential requirement and the first step to achieving MDR certification. But setting up a QMS takes a lot of time and money, so many manufacturers are not bothering with it. And even with an ISO certified QMS, it's important to remember that a certified quality management system is only one component of MDR certification. So let's look in more detail at a tried and tested quality management system. Mrs. Giebel, how long did it take to achieve MDR certification?
pjur was well prepared. We have since many years a quality management system in place and also a technical documentation for all of our formulas and products. It's because we are selling our pjur products into the international markets since more than 25 years now. And also especially we sell our products to the US market, which is regulated by the FDA authority. And they always have an eye on products coming into their market. They have strong requirements. And since the beginning, the FDA classified our personal lubricants as class 2 products. That means you have to have some written evidence in your technical documentation. Of course, the medical device regulation has additional and some different requirements where we had to find experts for support. We have a strong quality management team, but those requirements were very different and new. And because of that we had to rely on experts who had time to do it, it was a little bit postponed to apply for an audit. But I would say not more than 1.5 years approximately.
And what were the biggest challenges?
The biggest challenges were documentation such as clinical evaluation report and also the biocompatibility assessments. These documents have many papers and more than 100 pages each. And additional to that, the author has to be qualified and a special expert on that. So that's nothing you can learn within weeks. So we had to search again for experts to do that. I would say it wasn't easy to find in these times experts who had time to work monthly or a few months on documentation. But we tried to, and we got some, and with the time pressure in mind and the manpower we still needed to get it done, because they had to support and to approve documents, to release, and the financial resources you have to hire such experts. That was a really, really big challenge for us, yeah.
Many personal lubricant manufacturers recoil from the effort and associated costs of a MDR certificate. What are the practical benefits, not just for the manufacturer or retailer, but also for the customer?
The customer has a huge benefit because the product is safe, is health tested, and has a high quality. Especially if you insert a product in the body at the most sensitive areas, this is a must. The manufacturer who has a quality management system certified, and that is the main difference, I would say, has also an audited medical device regulation conformity. That would be the most safe situation a distributor, a customer can have, because that, by complying with the law, the manufacturer guarantees that the product is safe and that it's tested. That means customer and also retailer and distributor can rely on the product safety, performance and high quality. There's no risk selling the pure personal lubricants, for example, to customers or to sell it in any market. There are no doubts about the usage of the products and the safety. And that is a real benefit of complying with the regulation and going through these efforts of auditing and certification. And even if there are questions from authorities or from the market, pjur has written evidence on each product, on each formula and behind. So we can deliver and take responsibility of those questions that may come back. So the whole life cycle of our products, we take care of it, and we always check the markets and check for product optimization. But that is, I would say, the biggest effort we can have from such a conformity. And if the manufacturer can deliver that, the distributors can focus on their main tasks, and the customers can just easily apply the products to their body, into their body. Yeah.
But let's take a closer look at a lived and stress-proofed QMS. Mrs. Paulus, since gaining MDR certification, have you noticed any difference in your workflow?
Yes, absolutely. All the work and effort of preparing this detailed documentation is now paying off. We have all the documents and certificates ready for our customers so they can be safe that they have compliant, pure products in their portfolio. The MDR certificate makes it also easier for us to get product approval on international market, as it states that we fulfill all the high requirements of that European regulation. Many other countries are adjusting themselves to the regulation of US FDA and the European MDR. That means they classify personal lubricants as Class 2 medical devices, among them also the TGA in Australia and many other countries. Meeting these requirements is a clear advantage for the trade and of course for us in competition.
What are the everyday challenges of a quality management system for personal lubricant manufacturer?
Well, we have to react quickly on new requirements and implement them into our quality management system, starting with product development, placing them on the market, and after that the post-market surveillance. All the necessary document and processes must always be in an up-to-date status, so we have them available for our customers on demand and also for external authorities, for example, in the process of product approval in other distribution areas.
Mr. Emmer, what does it take to manufacture a MDR-certified personal lubricant, from planning through filling to sale in stores?
From the product idea to the ready-for-sale product, it can take up to 2 years due to the requirements which have to be met. After approving the idea, the development process starts with many tests of the product prototype, for example, biocompatibility, usability, and last but not least, mucosal compatibility tests for the safe internal use. This means that we do not only test the compatibility with primary packaging or condoms in external labs, but also the safe application of the product. Once the prototype has passed all requirements, we have to ensure a safe series production by testing and performing several control steps, starting with extensive incoming goods inspections of the raw materials, through inspections during the individual steps of production, up to random sampling of the finished products. Only if all process steps according to the required standards are controlled and monitored, the new product is officially released for the market.
With this in mind, it is inevitable that the market for personal lubricants will change drastically. But let's finish with a forecast for the personal lubricant market. Mr. Giebel, in your opinion, how will the personal lubricant market change in the next few years?
Oh, the personal lubricant market will definitely increase because there's a huge demand and a huge need for personal lubricants. But at the same time, there will the control increase, and not only here, globally, because all the governments around the world are balancing out with that in that theme. So companies which try to work around in whatever way will sooner or later fall off the market. And that's good for the end consumer. And that's good as well for the trading, because following these regulatories, we will be able to serve to the market reliable, marketable, and responsible products. And for all that, pjur stands. And not only pjur, I stand for that with my name as well. So I think that's the future of lubricants.